back out in the garage again. It's been a while, well over a month since I was out here. There's been, I can get it, the crickets have fucking moved in, so noisy bastards and things, but he won't last long. I was going to come out and start today, but I thought I'd just do a bit of a video on what I'm up to, what's going to happen. So, I mean, you can see the place. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been out here for over a month. Just my mental health has been shit, and I just really have not done a thing out here at all. But very soon, actually next job, before I finish that feed, I've got to finish this feed off. I don't know if those of you that might have seen the last video, I got that much done. I do need to go into town and get some roll pins, some smaller ones. I've got 6mm, but they're too bloody big. So I'm going to roll pin each piece. I'm not going to grub screw it or weld it. I'm not going to grub screw or weld anything. So, and I've got to get another bolt for the drive. Excuse me. And I'm going to mount it down below here. So I've just got to work out how to do it because, yeah, just a little bit more complicated now because the drive faces that side, so the sprocket's got to go on this side of the drive under here. So I've got to put a mount for the bearing housing, and I've got to somehow run a mount around, which probably won't be all that difficult, to bolt the drive onto. It won't be that much, just a little bit of tinkering. But there's the sprocket, still sitting there. It's been there for ages. So that should fix me problems with that. It's overdriving that 2 to 1. So I'll double the speed I get out of this, so I won't have to run that thing flat out. But what I'm going to do first, just to get myself back into the swing of things, get a job and start doing the job fresh, I'm going to pull that out there and hook up my coolant tank. I'm going to take that center out just so I can mount it. I'll put it on the floor behind it. There's plenty of room behind there, just so I can work. I've got a funnel inside that I bought. Ideally I'd need a steel funnel, but I can't find one. Not without having to order one and waiting forever for it to get here. And I really don't need any more delays, because that's all that's going to do is just make me procrastinate even worse, and I don't want to do that. So, but it should be fine. I've got a plastic funnel just cut down and secure it under here. I've got to clean this out again because I've been machining. And let me turn that on. So it'll probably go, well, you see where the rust marks are. So I'm just going to pour a bottle of water in there and just see where it sits. So that'll give me the center of me, where I've got to put the drain. And I've got some steel mesh out there that I'm going to put over the top. Yeah. So, I mean, that shouldn't be a huge job. So, I want to get that knocked over so I can get all this clean, get it out of the road, clean up before I get back on the Dion's project, which is there. What I've done, as you would have seen, like I said, I know there is a couple of you that actually watch my videos. Yeah, don't worry about the backs. I've ordered a new cylinder. That one's not strong enough. It's not powerful enough. So what I've ordered is 100mm. So I've doubled the size. I was going to redesign. If you might recall, I had my my CAD going, my carbureted design, where I was going to make like shears, which would have worked. It would have worked fine. But the problem with that being, it's not going to the original concept of this thing was to flatten it and cut it. So, yeah, what Dion's got to do now is he's got to cut by hand bits of copper pipe, whatever length, and then he's got to flatten it with a plate. There's a steel plate he's got, and it takes a lot of time. So I'm going to make it so that we can use this to cut copper pipe, aluminium, within reason, obviously, and wire. Sometimes he gets bundles of copper wire that he strips. He wants to be able to cut those up as well. And you will be able to do that because I have enough. Hang on, let me just get this shit out the road here for a second. I still haven't even learned how to use this yet. That's me drill sharpener. And I'm going to learn how to use it. I've got the instructions on my bench over there in amongst that shit fight. So, as you can tell, whenever something's come out, I've got something, and rather than put it away, I've just gone in and thrown it on the bench. It's not a good way to do things, I know, and it doesn't look very professional at all. I know that, but you know, shit happens. But like I said, my mental health has been absolutely shithouse. So it took me a lot today to come out to just do this. So I thought if I come out and just do this first, then tomorrow I'll come and actually start doing some work. So, but anyway, I'll put this up because what we have here is. So I don't know if you've seen it, I hardened this too, hardened and then tempered it. There's a step there's about 5 millimeters or more, and up here it's close to 10, so it's at an angle, as you can see, obviously. So what you can do is it will cut like copper wire, so you'll be able to just. Like for copper wire, you don't want to cut too short, so I'm going to put an adjustable stop on here. Initially, I was going to put a limit in here. It's overcomplicating things. I know I wanted to put like a safety system. All I'm going to do is make it so that you've got a foot pedal. Feed stuff in and then hit it with your foot. Like I said, I'm going to get some stickers made to put on it, some warning stickers, not to stick your fucking fingers in there, but I don't think Dion's that fucking stupid, you know, like... I've bought a new control valve for it. I've actually got the right one now with exhaust on it, so all this will work. The only limitation I may have is the size of the control valve and the size of my fittings, so I might have to go and... these should work, but because the amount of money I paid was $200 fucking I paid for these fittings, so I'm just going to put mufflers on there because they're quick exhaust. And the 6mm should power it fine. It won't run quite as fast as if I was running 1/2 inch into it. So that's what's going to happen with that. I mean, I'll have to cut this off here because I don't think 100mm is going to fit in there. So I'll be sacrificing this here and then re-drilling the holes. And like I said, I've got to wait till it gets here. I actually ordered it on the weekend. What was it, Friday afternoon? Something like that, and I just checked the shipping and it's in Sydney, like it's in Chullora, so, or heading for Chullora at 5 o'clock this morning, so I'm assuming it should get up here overnight, so I might even get it tomorrow or, what's today, Tuesday, so I should get it tomorrow or Thursday. So that'll give me a little bit of motivation to get into this. This sort of knocked my motivation back because just that it didn't work. I underestimated the amount of force I get out of that little cylinder. So going to get a bigger one, and I've got to redesign all this top end, which is no drama. I've still got those two pieces there. I've got another offcut somewhere else. And I've still got that Biz 80. So yeah, I'm going to recycle this because that's going to work better. I'm going to make a stand for it on wheels, and I'm going to put on the end here past the adjustable stopper. So all you do is just push stuff into the end and then hit the foot, and it'll crush and cut at the same time. That is in theory. I'm not smart enough to do the mathematics on it and work out the exact force at 100 psi, 100mm diameter. Maths was never my strong point, so, but that should work now. Double that will work. It's got to. I'm going to make it work. So yeah. See how we go. And I'm going to cut it and it'll drop into a bucket underneath. So that should be good. Okay, I had to stop recording. My son got in his car out there and drove my daughter into town. She's got to go to work. So as I was saying, it's going to drop into a bucket. It's going to be much easier for him to prepare his material. So, and also in the last month, we've got this little monster out here. Where is he? Harley? I called him Harley. Where is he? You just had him barking a minute ago because he doesn't like being left at home. There he is. There's me little man there. He's excitable little bugger. Harley, say hello. He's a cross between a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and Maltese Terrier. So he's a Cavtese. Or a Maltalier, whatever you want to call him. His favourite pastime is, besides barking at shit during the night, is chewing on your toes, licking your feet, and eating bugs. And feathers. He loves to chew feathers and he loves eating bugs. So we shouldn't really have to feed him. He just eats bloody lizards and crickets and whatever blows around on the ground like that. He'll just pick it up and eat it. He's a funny little bugger, but he's a pain in the ass because he's a puppy, and well, when I say puppy, he's about 4 months old, 4.5 months old. So, you know, every waking moment is playtime for him. Look, he's eating something else then, yeah? What are you eating, mucus? Anyway, talk about varied diet. So anyway, let me close that door so he doesn't. That's why I can't leave that door open anymore, because otherwise he's going to get in and get metal shavings in his feet. I mean, I shouldn't even be out here in the fucking thongs, but I am. Just to record this. So here's me tripods there ready to go. We'll see that's how it is, and you know, stuff here would change. Had to change this on Shane's car. I don't know if you can see that pin on the right hand side there. It's burnt. His car wouldn't start. That goes to his DFI module on his car, the fuel injection module. That's supposed to deliver the signal from the fuel pump relay, which means basically it's telling it the car's on. So I bought another one. There's the remnants of it there online, and I had to cut it off and then cut that one off, and then crimp and solder fitting all the wires. I use these fittings here. They're bloody good. It's so much easier to solder everything. But yeah, I know it's a pigsty, and it does get annoying. It annoys me in two ways, because I procrastinate and think I just can't deal with this shit, and I just throw everything out here. Where it would take just 2 minutes to put things away as I utilise them. But yeah, trying to charge my son's battery. We put another battery in it, but this is the one that was in the car, and because it was it ran dead flat. I didn't think I'd be able to bring it back, but this is the battery tender that I got for the Harley. And it says, you can see it's only 1 amp. And so that green light's flashing, that means it's at 75% charge. And that's been on charge now for 2 days. I don't know if you can see that in there. They say it's red and green, so I'm guessing when it comes to full charge it'll go green. Sometimes you can kill these batteries by running them dead flat and then leaving them that way. It roots them. So I don't know. There's the mesh that I'm going to use for the coolant, just to strain the stuff out. So anyway, rather than just do anything today, I thought I'd just come out and do a video. So I've got to finish that too at some stage. That's not going to take a whole lot of time. I might even finish that before after I finish this, before I take it over to Dion. I might fix that and take it over for him as well if he wants it. So yeah, this is my little world out here, and I am feeling much better now that I've actually walked out here today and done this video. I feel a little bit better about coming out here to do some work. Like I say, it's hard to explain unless you've been involved with what I'm dealing with PTSD and shit like that. I've got a whole heap of stuff that I won't go through, including, you know, my psychologist is resigning, so I've got to find another one. I've got to go and see a psychiatrist. That's just to pacify Centrelink, and that's another story. And I'm saying that's a $1,000 visit for one visit to a psychiatrist. So, but such is life, as Ned Kelly said. So, you know, I've got all this shit down here I've got to put outside somewhere. Yeah, I'm just a messy bastard, you know. Oh dear, I'm starting to get anxiety now that I'm talking about it. Let's just close the video here. Tomorrow I'm going to come out and start on this, or we'll get that done. That fucker there, that's going in tomorrow. Rain, hail, or shine, it's going to go in. And it'll work. It's got no dramas there. I know it's going to work. Just putting in, see that's the hose fitting for the drain. So, you know, I can put that into the funnel or whatever. That's the pump side for the hose. There's the hose. That's for the drain. That's the magnetic hose for the delivery of the coolant. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might have to make something and just bolt it to my cross slide. I don't like the idea of just having that because it's, you know, bound to come loose and create dramas. But that should not be a bad job. I want to get that done. I've also got inside a PowerPoint that I've got to go through the wall here. I might do that on the weekend. That might be a weekend job. I've got to take that PowerPoint out, punch a hole straight through, and I've got another mounting block the same as that, and just a single PowerPoint to put this on, so the battery tender can be plugged into the bike while I'm not riding it, because sometimes it'll sit there for weeks. And keeping the battery tender on it keeps the battery fresh, so that won't be a big job either. It's pretty easy, so I might do that on the weekend. But I will get stuff done out here now. I'm trying to power through a lot of emotions and shit. So, and like I said, it's very hard to explain unless you've been down that road. It's just severe anxiety every time I try and come out here. So I think by just doing this here today, that's going to warm me up, for want of a better word. It'll warm me up for tomorrow's efforts. So what I will do is I will finish that. I'll actually come out and I'll clean up a bit first. A lot of this won't take much, you know, just as simple as opening that drawer, putting those electrical fittings in, putting my wire strippers in, my soldering iron, which is there, you know, putting tools in the drawers, putting me battery tools back up in the cupboard, just shit like that, you know. It's simple stuff, but for some reason I just come in here and say, look, there's shit there, because I was using it outside, just brought it in, dumped it there, you know. Often I disappoint myself a lot because of that, but we shall move forward, shall we not? As I said, now that I've got this cylinder ordered for here, that was another $280 for a new cylinder. Lucky I didn't get a Festo one, they were something like $800. Yeah, so get that done, get that drive finished. Look, there's probably another day or so in that. There's the drive hidden underneath there. See, look, this, I use this, that's where it sleeps. That's how hard it is to put away. There you go. So yeah, I've got that all covered so I don't get, you know, grinding dust and crap in there. I've got to get another bolt. I bought one, but I bought the wrong friggin' size. I got that, but it's not that. That's 5/8. I need 3/4. Dickhead. So I've got to duck into town. While I get that, I'll get more roll pins. So yeah, you know. Break glass. Lucky I haven't had to use that yet. A 10mm socket. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, it's good to be back. It's good to be back on board. Anyway, I've got to do it for my own peace of mind. You know, you can only sit inside so long feeling sorry for yourself. You've got to do something. Tomorrow that will happen. It will happen. I'll come in here tomorrow and I'll spend the first hour cleaning up. Then I will install that. If I can get that quick enough, then I might start on that, get that all over. By then I should have the cylinder for Dion's cutter and I can get back into that. So until next time, remember, stay safe. Peace.